because although I may be an adopted East Coaster, my roots are in the West, just in case there's going to be a pylon. I have to assure you of that. And I'm somebody who's cared about sport all my life. I was the first female director of the Camanachd Association, the governing body for Shinty, for 2 years between 2017 and 2019. And although I have to say the Honourable Member for Strangford talked about shooting, I think it's unlikely that we will see Shinty in any international context anytime soon. It is important for bringing communities together, and sport does that in a very powerful way across ages and generations. The games that we are going to be seeing, 10 days, 215 medals and 3,000 athletes from 74 countries. It would be remiss of me as the member for North East Fife not to mention Finlay Allen of Cooper, who is participating for Scotland in the judo, and I wish him very well. But I want to associate myself with the remarks of both the member for Glasgow East and the member for Glasgow South West in relation to the fact that we're going to be bringing young people together in Glasgow from 74 countries, and at a time when it feels that we are becoming globally and community-wise more insular. Such events bring those young people together, and specifically those younger than me, and the power of that cannot be underestimated. I certainly remember the emotion of watching 2012, 2022 in Birmingham and 2014 in Glasgow. To quote the late, great Stanley Baxter and Parliamo Glasgow, I'm sure they're going to have a hell of a time. Thinking about funding, there's no doubt that what we are seeing and the fact that Glasgow's been able to step in is a down payment from 2014 and the investment that was made then. It was mentioned, the member for Glasgow East mentioned Tollcross. I've spent a lot of time in there, given that I had a sister who swam competitively at junior level for Scotland. I spent a lot of time in swimming pools, but having those community assets and the power of a venue such as Tollcross to bring international swimming to Scotland cannot be underestimated. We welcome the funding from Commonwealth Sport and from the commercial funders and partnerships that we've seen, as well as the contingency funding that the UK Government has offered in relation to security, as well as the £150,000 that the Scottish Government is putting forward for Scotland House. The member for Glasgow North talked about connectivity, talked about economic value, and I understand that the £150 million of economic value that's been estimated to be delivered by these Commonwealth Games is the same as the money that has been put into them. And if that's not a return on investment, I don't know what is. But that connectivity and bringing people together is really important, and really demonstrating, and I think this is really important for sporting events, to demonstrate that economic impact.